Shop talk, shy up, shutty up, shy up, die, shy up, shop tie, shutty up, shop talk.
Y'all, come on, clap your hands, show them tenors, come on. Come on, y'all, clap your hands. Come on, I'm just waiting for y'all to put your hands together. Come on. Listen.
What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God. Yeah, 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 yeah. What a mighty God. Anybody know he's a mighty God? What a mighty God. What a mighty God we serve. Everybody clap your hands.
Here we go, say it, y'all.
What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God. He's a mighty God, a mighty God. What a mighty God. He's a mighty God, he's a mighty God. What a mighty God. What a mighty God we serve.
Support our life, say it.
He's wonderful. He's wonderful. He's glorious. He's glorious. He's a mighty God. He's a mighty God.
And that's not all, but say it.
He's powerful. He's powerful. Invincible. Invincible. He's a mighty God. He's a mighty God. Oh, oh. He's awesome. He's awesome. Incredible. Incredible. He's a mighty God. Mighty God. What a mighty God we serve.
Come on, Nikki. Y'all clap your hands. Come on.
If you know he's a mighty God, ooh, oh.
Come on, Alto, say it.
What is going on, everybody? What a great day it is. It is another great day here at Shop Talk, here in the world, here in life. And I don't know about you, but I am glad to be on this side. Listen, so many things going on in the earth, but God has allowed me to see another day. And if you're not happy, listen, I'm happy. I got 3 reasons why I can give God praise this morning. 1, he woke me up this morning. Thank you. Listen, let me tell you reason number 2. He woke me up this morning. Listen, I'm going to leave it alone, but I got one more reason why I can be happy and joyful this morning, because what? He woke me up this morning. I don't know about you, but I am super excited. Can you tell? I am super excited to be not only in the land of the living, but to be here with Shop Talk today. It's going to be an absolutely amazing day. Listen, we're going to get things going, but as we do, you got to do me a favor. First of all, if you didn't know, my name is Demetrius Tollfree, and I am super duper glad to be here. And if you didn't know, you're tuned into Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show, right here on everyone's favorite network. Listen, we're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on so many places, as well as we are now streaming on so many different radio stations, radio networks. I am grateful for the opportunity to do that. And listen, those of you who may be hanging out with us, do me a favor. You know what you got to do. You know what I say. You can help me say it. Get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Periscope, Marco Polo. I'm saying things that people don't use anymore. But anyway, do me a favor, get on the phone and tell your mama and them, Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious them, Nut Nut them, Pojo them. Let them all know that we are live right now, right here on the Shop Talk family of networks. Listen, we've got a great show lined up for you. I don't even want to delay because we have so much going on and so much that we want to share that it's just time to get into the show. So without further delay, let's get ready now to bring up our first co-host out in the city of Hercules, California. She's the homie. She's been my day one, since Shop Talk started. It started out with me and her. Believe it or not, this used to be a 2-hour show. And we did it every day for quite a while, but she's been with me since all that time. And she's here with us today out in Hercules, California, my homie and yours, the incredibly talented, the world traveled, always got something to say. The very opinionated, that's what I want to say. Incredible Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is going on?
What's going on, brother? It's good to have you back. We missed you last week. Although I have to say, I got to give shout out to Yolanda. She did her, we would say her thug thizzle, but she would do her I don't know, her saved best. I don't know what to call it, but anyway, she did a wonderful job hosting last week, and Ja'Cory and she and I had a wonderful show. But it's good to have you back, sir. We do miss you when you are not here, so I'm excited to be here today.
Well, awesome. Well, hey, I caught a bit of the show. The company where I work decided that I was going to have a week-long training, whether I want to be there or not. And so I had to be there for 6 days in a row last week. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that was even on my schedule. I had to work Monday through Saturday of last week. And so I could not miss the training class because they're making me now take another type of call. I'm in a whole other department along with all the departments I was already in. So shout out to my company that thinks so much of me, but didn't give me any extra pay. That's a whole other story. Anyway, I'm grateful for the pay that I do.
That's the trickle down effect from Washington. Y'all know that. There's thousands of people who've been laid off just because of budget cuts.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that we'll talk about some of that because I got some interesting information yesterday from a company that I deal with on a regular. And I was like, no way. But we'll talk about that. I tell you what, let's get ready to keep things going. And you stay right there, Ashley. Let's get ready to bring up your bestie. I got a phone call over the weekend. I had to have been Saturday. I was in San Francisco. Y'all were in San Francisco, and I got a phone call, and I just happened to be sitting down, opening up some crab and eating some garlic noodles. I felt it all in my shando. But he called me and just to check up on me. And I thought that was very nice and he would do that. And he and Ashlyn were together. And I said, you know what? We're going to talk about it. My guy is in the building. Ashlyn's bestie, always in the streets, making things happen. Better together. That's what they do all the time. And so without further ado, let's bring him up. Ja'Cory Protho in the building. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
What's up? Did you say a crab today?
Oh.
No.
Well.
It sounds good, but I have some packing to do. I got to pack. I got something in my back pocket to celebrate. You know what? I didn't tell you guys this, and this is part of a year-long celebration. And I'm a year-long celebration because come October, Allegra and I will have been married for 25 years. So we're doing different things throughout the year to celebrate. And our first big trip of celebration starts tonight. And so when I get off of here, I got to pack. I got a whole lot of things to do to make things happen. But yeah, we're celebrating 25 years of marriage, and it's an exciting time here in our household, and we're making things happen. So that's why I can't go get crab today. But when you called me, I was opening up some, and I don't know if I sent y'all the pictures, but I don't want to make y'all mad. Anyway, let's keep things going. We got so much to do today. Let me, first of all, before I do anything, let me give a couple quick shout outs. Shout out to David Jones, who is in the building. Shout out to Ashley Monet. Ashley, what is going on? And we also have from my church, one of my constituents from my church, Karan Edmonds is in the building. Karan, girl, what is going on? Missed you at church on Sunday, but good to see that you're hanging out with me today. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those type of. I'm not the pastor, but I'm part of that pastoral staff I've made myself, and so I keep up with what's going on in the world, especially in my church. And so we're grateful to have Karan, who is one of our members. Shout out to Yvette Glasgow, another member of my church. What is going on, Sister Yvette? Thank you for being in here. Jacory, I may need to hook you up with Sister Yvette because she does oils. She does oils, and she make.
Let's go.
She might have exactly what you need. So I'm gonna make sure I hook y'all up together. Anyway, let's keep things going. We shout out to my homegirl, Lori Fairley Green, who is in the building. Y'all keep typing in the chat. We will keep bringing you up on the screen with your comments. Let's now, however, get ready to bring up our next co-host. Last week, as Ashley mentioned, she got a chance to sit in the host chair, and sounds like she did an amazing job. I expected nothing less. But she is in the building from Charlotte, North Carolina, my homegirl and yours, the incredibly talented Yolanda Wild Praise Morant in the building. Hey. Yolanda, girl, what is going on?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
All is well. Yeah, how you feeling?
Man, let me tell you something. The Trump's bug is going around. I mean, we blame him for everything right now. I mean,
everything he's being blamed for. Poor fella.
And he's being blamed for eggs. He's being blamed for, DEI. I mean, that is his
gas prices. Don't forget gas prices.
Yeah, global warming.
Climate change. No, for real, there really is. So I hope everybody's good. In real talk, there really is like a bug. I don't know if that's the way to call it, but Trump's bug is going around. And, I mean, what he came to do to me, I served a great God, right? But he, for real, it's really going around like the country, right? Like my cousin lives in St. Louis, and he was like, "Cuz, I'm sick." So please take care of yourself. Do all you can while do all you can while you can, but take care of yourself. Drink plenty of liquid.
Absolutely. Shout out to my guy in the building, Marcus Thompson. This is one of my classmates. He says it's the orange flu.
That is
flu. Marcus, man, he's hilarious. Marcus Thompson is my guy.
That's good.
Boy.
That's good.
Yeah, we gonna talk about the orange guy today. Because I
don't know.
I didn't tell y'all in the chat that I thought was very interesting that he did.
I tell you what, you hold on to that. We'll get it. We'll come back around to it in just a second. Let's get ready to bring up our final co-host who is hanging out in the ATL, and I know that he is grateful to be along with us as well. I'm grateful to have him. You know what? I know I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it because he has theme music, and every good hero. According to the Wayans from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, they said every good hero should have his own theme music. So without further ado, let's get ready to bring up Big Meech. Y'all know him out in the ATL. Always got something to say. Let's bring him up. Demetrius Hunter in the building. Demetrius, what is going on?
There you go. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone out there in the Shop Talk. And at the door, I'm a little swollen over here. So, yes,
Trump did
that Trump got my wisdom tooth going crazy. I got a Trump tooth going on, and it's got to come out. It didn't bother me during Obama. It didn't bother me during Clinton. It didn't bother me during Biden. But here come them, and here it comes.
Yeah, I understand, man. Well, hey, I'm glad to have you hanging out with us, man. We're going to make the best of the time together. Shout out to the homegirl, Candace Cowan in Sacramento in the building.
What's up, Candace?
Glad to have you. Shout out to Mama Yolanda Prothrow in the building as well. Glad to have her hanging out with us. All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to get things going. We have a lot to cover. And first of all, those of you who are watching us, and if you haven't done so, Mr. Host, do me a favor and bring up everyone's information. There we go. We're bringing up everyone's names and their Yolanda, I'll fix yours. But we want to make sure that you follow us on social media, and all of us, well, except for Ashlyn. But the rest of us are trying to get our numbers up, and to do what you can to help us get our numbers up. You know, all of us don't have 100,000 followers, but anyway, you can definitely follow us on social media. All of our social media is now located on the screen as well. Listen, we get ready to jump into today's show, and the first thing I want to do is what I normally do. Haven't done it in a couple of weeks, but I'm going to do it today. And that is today's National Day. I was going to skip over it until I saw what today's National Day was.
Oh.
I have two. One of them has nothing, most of them, neither one of them really has anything to do with me, but I will mention them because one has an effect on my household. Today, first of all, is National Chocolate Mint Day. National Chocolate Mint Day. Yeah.
No chocolate mint.
I'm not a chocolate mint person, but if that's your thing, if that's your get down, today is your day to celebrate with chocolate mint. Ashlyn?
I mean, did y'all I grew up with a little chocolate candy called After Eights.
Yeah, Lord.
In the
Oh.
and they came in a sleeve, and each one was foil wrapped. And I remember my mom's best friend, she always had one in her cabinet, but she made it seem like they were $1 million. Each piece was very, very expensive. And I remember one time I snuck her box and ate the whole box when I was a kid, and I got grounded for eating that whole thing. Mm-hmm.
She got grounded.
Grounded.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes, I got grounded.
Had I done that, my mother was anointed. Had I done that, my mother was anointed. She without oil, she would have laid hands on me. That's what would have happened to me. I know you're in a different place, but anyway.
No, but the reason why is because I would hit back. I know y'all don't understand. It's okay. It's all right. I grew up in a Caucasian, white, clear household.
I tell you what, Ashlyn,
it was different. It was different.
No. Don't say anything else. Let me, Jacory, let me just bother you for a second because I know your mother is somewhere watching, and I know she's here. And your mother, have you ever in your evers tried to swing back on Yolanda Prothro?
I may have tried, but then I was outside with no clothes on.
No shoes.
No, I was outside with nothing on. That part. No, you don't do that.
Okay.
I'm
with you. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just hush. I'm not gonna leave that. I'm gonna just let that go. So let me just tell you what else today is. Yolanda, I had you in mind when I found this out. Today is National Lash Day.
Hey,
really?
As in eyelashes, National Lash Day.
Today's National Lash Day?
Absolutely. Are you okay? I see you, Ashlyn. Go ahead and back them eyes, girl. I see you.
Why?
Today is National
Day.
Lash Day. So those of you who wear lashes, and this would be a great time for you to take some photos and post your wonderful lashes on Lash Day.
Thank you.
National
See, Trump,
Lash
you got
Day.
me sick with your bug, and I didn't miss that. Okay, go ahead.
You know what? I'm not going there today.
In
Listen,
fact, people should book with you, Dito. They should book a photo session with you. They should contact you, slide in the DMs and say, hey, Dito, I heard it was Lash Day. Dito, you should do a Lash Day special for people to get their photos done.
I like the way you're thinking. My camera is over there. It is charged and it is ready to go. I did some photos, some test photos the other night at a particular rehearsal I was at, and so that is our national days: Chocolate Mint Day, National Lash Day. I know my youngest daughter is going to appreciate that because she always seems to be shopping for lashes for her. Anyway, all right, y'all, let's keep things going. And next on our list is today's birthdays. We have 3 for today and then 1 special mention. So today, those of you who keep up with music, R&B singer Seal, today is his 62nd birthday. So shout out to Seal. Happy birthday to him. Since I'm talking about singers, let's go further. The incredible Smokey Robinson. Today is his 85th birthday.
Wow,
85 years old. 85.
Wow.
And he's still doing his thing, still selling out everywhere he
Yes, he
goes, and he's
is.
making things
Don't he got a
happen.
residency in Vegas?
He's had a
Did he
residency.
have a
Matter of fact,
residency in Vegas?
he did. Allegra went and saw him, and she said he was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I heard the
Oh yeah,
same thing.
he's still gyrating.
Wow.
He is
Yeah.
85.
That's
Yeah,
funny. That's
he
funny.
had a residency in Las Vegas, and it was absolutely packed. And it was. She said he put on an incredible show. She wished I would have been there to see it, but I wasn't there. Anyway, shout out and also happy birthday to. I'm sure you've ran into her, Demetrius, sometime during your stay in Atlanta. Housewives of Atlanta, Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey.
Oh, we
Today
love her.
is her 58th birthday. So shout out to her.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, today is her 58th birthday. She looks absolutely amazing. Shout out to Bishop Charles Reed, who's hanging out with us today. And shout out to my Bay Area hosting counterpart, who does way more than I do. He's more multifaceted than I. But the incredible Stephen Parker, my guy, is in the building. Stephen Parker, glad to have you hanging out. Special mention. Yesterday was Dr. Dre's birthday. He turned 61
Really?
yesterday. I mention him because of the mere fact that, first of all, he's West Coast bred. Secondly, he was the first hip hop billionaire. He was the first hip hop billionaire. And if you didn't know it, it wasn't because of record sales, it wasn't because of production credits, but he used to be part owner of Beats by Dre, and they sold Beats by Dre. It was a two-person company for the most part, and they sold Beats by Dre to Apple for $3 billion a few years ago. $3 billion, and again, they had a very, very small capacity of people in that was a part of that team. So can you imagine you having your company sold for $3 billion? Lord have mercy.
This is why we have to stay creative.
Contract.
We have to stay creative, because I think that we often say every idea, like there's no new ideas under the sun, right? I don't believe that. I believe that creativity comes, God will bless you with a creative idea, and you just have to be open to it. But that's all that was. Like brand something, or take something that's already been created to the next level, and watch how you could change the industry, but you could also change your financial demographic. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we don't have to talk
amazing
about it really, but
Go ahead.
I wonder about companies. I was watching The Breakfast Club, right? Y'all should have said she's watching Breakfast Club. So there were a lot of women that were on there that have black-owned brands and like Target, things like that. And they were talking about how people often feel like how we feel some kind of way when people sell their brand. So my question is, again, maybe we don't have time for it today, but should you even sell your brand? You know what I mean? Like maybe
for $3 billion.
Yeah, but I still would want a
yeah.
percent. I would want a percentage.
Where do I sign? Where do I sign?
Really?
Give me the paper.
Well, I will tell you, I know that the way Apple rocks, when they buy a company, they buy all the rights. But because they are now a $4 trillion company, $4 trillion company, a $4 trillion company, them giving up $3 billion. One, it sounds like a drop in the bucket, but I'm sure they bought all of the rights. Now they are still making Beats by Dre, and they kept the name. They didn't just at one point they dropped it and just was saying Beats, but now it's still back to being Beats by Dre. Website is still active, all that kind of stuff. If you want to buy all my rights and you're going to give me $3 billion, it's cool. If I was having a Ty Tribbett moment, I'd say I did it before. I can do it again. Same detail back then, same detail right now. So if I came up with a $1 billion idea before, listen, I'm sure I can do it again, or live he can live off that particular idea for the rest of his life. So I'm not mad at him, but I just wanted to mention him that today was his birthday. Ashlyn, as I throw it out to you to close out the birthdays and encourage everybody, shout out to all of the people who are having birthdays. Ashlyn, the virtual floor is yours.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. I do want to mention our own Bay Area's great Jonathan H. Johnson. Today is his birthday. And so we want to definitely wish him a happy birthday. Look, today is a day that's really, this is the day that the Lord has made. And not only did he make the day, but he made you on this day all those years ago. Well, minus, T minus 9 months or 40 weeks or however many months your mom carried you. But we just want to say thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for the gift that's in you. And so take that in and go look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? You are blessed and highly favored. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. So from all of us here at Shop Talk and all of our affiliates, happy birthday.
Great stuff. Absolutely. And not to be the correction bug, but Jonathan's birthday was yesterday, but it's all good. I'm sure he's still celebrating today as well. All right, y'all, we're going to keep things going. And in doing so, I just want to say, listen, I don't know about you. I am a business owner. I know for sure Yolanda is a business owner. She's in her 20th year celebration. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Ja'Cory, business owner. Ashlyn, business owner. Demetrius, also a business owner. I still have that sweatshirt you sent me, my little black and red sweatshirt. I still have it. Now it's a little snug because I'm getting older and I've been eating groceries. But I still have that sweatshirt. All of us are business owners. Yes. I mentioned the fact that we're business owners because not just to get people to participate in our business. That's not my purpose. But I mention it because business owners have the key to their own future. Business owners, you hold the key to your own future. You hold the key to your own destiny. And sometimes we as business owners, sometimes we can sell ourselves short in the hopes of being able to gain more business. Sometimes we sell ourselves short in order to gain more business. I want to encourage us, though, to keep our level of understanding, our level of expectancy, our level of professionalism to a high degree. And I say that because sometimes when we lower our standards, we end up getting the wrong type of clientele that we may not necessarily want. So in mentioning all of this, there was a young man, I think Yolanda sent us this video. One of you all sent me this video. I'm going to try to play it because this young man has taken his own destiny into his own hands and decided, hey, I have a certain type of thing that I'm putting out. I have a certain product that I'm putting out. And I'm not going to let anyone diminish the quality of my product. So let me see if I can get this on the screen and see if we can make this happen. Darn it, I didn't do it right. So let me try it again. Give me a second, y'all, because I want to start it from the beginning. So give me a second to make this happen. Let's copy that, get rid of that, and let's create a new tab. All right. And listen, this young man has said, I'm not going to let anybody mess up my destiny. So he has decided that he's putting rules in place for his company. I think it is absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can get this video to play correctly. And here we go. Give me a second.
Y'all don't understand how hard Dito works. Dito is not only an on-air personality, but he also holds down everything that you see, all the bells and whistles, all the details. You know, Oprah loves to say love is in the details. Dito loves us. He loves y'all, our listeners. Just like, Dito, I just appreciate you. And just let me give you some flowers right now as you're doing that.
You're very kind. I appreciate you. So the video is running. I want to let it end so I can restart it from the beginning. So what we're going to see is a young man who owns a business, and he has decided that he's going to make sure that he gets the right type of things going on in his shop. I think he owns a hair shop of some sort. So let's see if I can get this going from the beginning, and we are going to make this happen in the name of He who died, that we might live again, Jesus' name, we ask it
Hallelujah.
all. All right, let's get ready to bring it up and let's see what we get. All right, so here we go.
Professional, and it's a bad reflection on my place of business if that smell is the first thing that hits them when they walk through the door. Our industry lacks standards and professionalism, but it's on the owners and the staff to help set the proper tone. But I want to know what you guys think, because that's what I think.
All right, so now I got it near the end. Let's play it one more time from the start. Here we go.
If you smoke loud, you stink. Maybe not everybody, but 99.999. You know what? Let's just take it back to where it all started. I own a shop called Plush Midtown in Atlanta, Georgia. And me and the guys came up with the bright idea to do a skit based on a YouTube show called Pop the Balloon. In our skit, we had a client come through the door smelling like loud. And so we all chose to pop our balloon. And that's where all the issues started. People were in the comments saying,
"Man, I never go to that shop."
Bruh, we do not care.
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. Thank you. You did me a favor.
What you do is your business until you bring it into my business. If smoking's your thing, bro, that's on you. But at least have the God-given common sense to spray yourself down, respect the places that you're going after you indulge and engage in whatever you engage in. Be an adult about it. And if you can't do that, then you're just not the client that I want. See, what you may not realize, or you probably don't even care about, is I have a professional clientele. And that smell from you, it lingers in my shop, it's on my chair, and it's on my cape. And that's a bad reflection on me as a professional, and it's a bad reflection on my place of business if that smell is the first thing that hits them when they walk through the door. Our industry lacks standards and professionalism, but it's on the owners and the staff to help set the proper tone. But I want to know what you guys think, because that's what I think.
My God.
Wow. So again, this is a business owner taking his own destiny into his own hands. Now, Demetrius, that shop is in Atlanta. Are you familiar with this person? Are you familiar with that shop at all?
I'm familiar with that barbershop, yes.
Oh, okay. You've been there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not like it's downtown, but I mean, at the end of the day, Atlanta's not a place where, first of all, marijuana is legal. So, if it was California, it still wouldn't be, expected. People should still respect it, but it's something that'd be a little bit more, like, okay, because it's legal. And literally, especially if you're in LA, you walk around the street, some neighborhoods just like dang, you just smell it. And so, but I definitely get what he's saying. I mean, even my barbershop, like my barber, I go to a Dominican barber, a barbershop, and he always be like, "Yo, bro, go spray yourself." Like he don't care. He will tell you to go spray yourself, be like, "Yo, get him out of here." Like, and people may be like, "Well, why would you do that?" Because they don't like everybody. First of all, everybody don't want to smell you. That's number one. Like everybody ain't smoking weed, so why do they have to smell you? Like that makes absolutely no sense. And then what be worse is they be out riding in the car all day, sweating, just riding around, smoking. They want to come from the shop, so now you musty and smell like weed, bruh. Nah,
it's a bad combination. Bad combination. Nah. I would say this now, Yolanda. You are a business owner as well. You have obviously your clientele is different than this young man that we just showed. But however, you are a business owner nonetheless. Tell me what your thought is on this business owner taking this firm stance on what he will and will not allow.
Well, Shay Show don't want to come out in this question because I think it's disrespectful. To be very honest with you. I think it's disrespectful to people, and I think it's disrespectful to people's health. So this is what I looked up. Thanks, chat GPT. I hear Ashley in my head all the time with that. Okay, so this what people don't know is that it is still secondhand smoke. Let's talk about the health part. It is still secondhand smoke, right? And so while you think that you've sprayed yourself down with some, what's that spray called? FX. You sprayed yourself down with some, some type of spray that's probably cheap. So it doesn't help. It doesn't help. It's in your skin. Mm-hmm. It's in your skin. It's in your clothes. So I don't know how you prevent it. If you smoke that 10 and you decide to go get a haircut at 12, maybe you should go get a haircut the next day. How about that? I am very non-judgmental. I have cousins that smoke. I have friends that smoke. I mean, whatever. But I do say this: don't come to my house and you smoke outside. I will put you outside because people again, it's a detrimental to my health. I want to sing until I'm 105.
Come on.
I cannot do that. If you came in my space and you smell like Method Man's weed and you were inconsiderate to me, it's inconsiderate. See, Shay coming out. Shay coming out. Okay. It's inconsiderate. So as a business owner, I think you have every right to say this is not something that we will okay in our space. He has every single right to do that. Because again, to me, it's a health hazard. And the aroma is really not as wonderful as y'all think it is.
No.
Yeah.
It is really not amazing. And if you've been smoking since Snoop was 5, that means it's way down in your skin. Yeah, it's just I agree with the guy. I think those kind of rules should be set, and he has every right as a business owner to set them.
Absolutely, I'm with you, Ashlyn. I'll come to you as we get ready to move on. I mean, again, you're a business owner. I know that we don't interact all the time with customers again like this young man does, but we're business owners nonetheless. I mean, what is your thought on his stance and telling people this is what he expects for his business?
Yeah, I totally agree. And here's the thing. If he loses a customer because they don't want to come into his shop because they smoke weed, then that's the loss of one customer. But if one customer comes into his shop or anyone's shop smelling like weed, you stand to possibly lose 5 customers because there are people in there that are sitting in the chair. And some people, when they go to the barbershop, especially like for the ladies, when we go to the beauty shop or we get our nails done, that's the spa day. We want to sit and relax, and I want to smell roses and flowers and smell goods. I don't want to smell what you did in the car or what you did at home or I don't want to smell all that. Stay out of my spa day.
You want that potpourri.
That's it. And these full service barbershops, that they've now turned, it's not just a cut now. Now they're doing facials, they're doing the steam, they're doing it's a whole spa day for the men too, which I think is amazing. It's wonderful because you all deserve to be pampered like that. It's become masculine, which is nice. It's nice that men can go get their hair done too. I love that. But leave that at home. I totally support him 100%. And I know Michi said, about it being legal. Here's the thing. Cigarettes is legal too everywhere. But there are laws where you can't smoke within a certain amount of, feet outside of a business doorway or an entranceway. I think that needs to be across the board.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thought?
They do have signs in certain places in California that are signs. They do have a right to reserve people not to smoke in or around their venue space within, I think, 500 or 1,000 feet of the entry and exit ways. And you'll see that if you go in certain restaurants and bars in LA, the Bay Area, that have the little sign posted up right there, letting you know you cannot smoke marijuana within certain distances. So it is something that's there. But again, maybe that's something barbershops need to probably invest in. But again, we're here in Georgia. It's not legal here. So that shouldn't even be an issue. You should be more concerned with, the illegal product that you're inhaling while you're driving around in your car or smoking in your car and get pulled over. In DeKalb or Fulton County is where you definitely don't want to get pulled over at. So, I mean, and his barbershop is definitely in Fulton County. So, I mean, you bold for that. You real bold just to be that free and walk in there smelling like that and to give off a contact high. That means you literally were blowing as you got out the car.
Yeah. And let me say this: a lot of times there are so again, what I think is disrespectful. Kids, let me tell you something. For my future children, you're gonna have a whole problem. You walk into a barber shop because you're just gonna catch something else. But the other part is, let me say that you have to bathe Do you know how many Uber cars I've been in, and the cars smell like they just
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
the weed out the weed
Oh, yeah.
out the ground?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, did you? Am I in your car? And then you don't sound like, you don't smell or sound like you bathed this morning. Please. So
Oh,
yeah, it's
Lord.
a whole problem. I totally agree with the guy.
Absolutely. I
And
love you. I love
Dito,
everybody's sense.
before
Go
you,
right ahead.
I want you to bring this question back, because this is a question that can be flipped. I agree with him talking about his business, but the church is also a place of business.
Come on.
I think we need to have a conversation, because I love all of the musicians all worldwide, but
I was trying to
you
stay
don't know
away
what
from
it.
that.
Well, no, the thing is, it's a real conversation, and if
That's
you're an
for-
adult, you
that's-
should
that's
be able
for
to
next
speak
week.
about it.
We need
And
to
my
talk about
thing
that.
is, at the end of the day, you don't know what a trigger is for someone. And the
right.
reason I bring that up is because my church has been talking about triggers. So if
Come
I'm
on.
coming to church and I'm trying to be released of smoking weed, but the musician is reeking of weed, how am I supposed to gain help?
None.
So
Yeah.
my thing is, at the end
I'm
of the
with
day,
it.
it's a business. So we need to hit that question one more time, because maybe we can help somebody get to a place of wholeness.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the way all of you all are thinking. I'll say this as we close this out. I just started another church playing after I leave Glad Tidings. I think I've mentioned this to you all before, and they gave me a contract, and it was not just in the contract wasn't just for me. They've hired other band members beside myself, and they gave us a little contractual agreement. And in the contract, it reads not to come reeking of alcohol or weed, and it says it in writing. And of course, we had joy signing it, but I can't believe that we're at the point where that has to be a part of a contract for a musician
You
playing at a
absolutely
church.
have to take
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
if I was to put a scripture on this, I would just simply say that this, although it may be lawful, doesn't mean that it's expedient. So you can take that however you want to take it. I know we got Bishop Charles Reed, who is an incredible preacher out in Texas. So I'm sure that he can use that for his good as he talks to his congregation, whatever that might be. That just because it's lawful doesn't mean it's expedient. Doesn't mean just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should. All right, y'all. We're going to keep things going. And over this past weekend, oh my God, hundreds of thousands of people converged on the San Francisco Bay Area as the NBA All-Star Weekend came back to the Bay Area. I mentioned that I was out myself. Me and Allegra were out eating dinner on Saturday, way away from the events, but yet and still ran into NBA players, former NBA players that were there, partaking of the same goodness and mercy as we were. By God today, and we had an incredible time. But Jacory brought it to my attention, and I'm sure he wants to talk about the mere fact that not only was all the people brought to the Bay Area, but all of the spending dollars that came and were left in the Bay Area. Jacory, man, I know you probably ran through it or saw it somewhere over the weekend, man. What was your thought on this whole thing?
What was funny was I really didn't know much about it, but it kind of like hit me, and I hit my good friend that's on here, Better Together, and we actually went on, was it Friday or Thursday? I think, and we saw a gospel concert with Dietrich Haddon, the Anthem singers, and that started it off. But it was a crazy week. Everywhere was congested, from Berkeley, Oakland, Castro Valley, San Francisco. And I'm just mad I didn't have no bracelet booth somewhere, because I could have made some money. I saw players with beads. I'm like, shoot, I could have made some money. But it was great. Totally great.
Yeah, absolutely amazing weekend. Now, Ashton, again, I know you got a chance to partake of it. I didn't know about that concert Thursday, although my son was playing there, but I didn't know about the concert. I heard about it. Sounds like it was an incredible weekend. Then there was another event the next day. That was an official NBA weekend event there in Berkeley. And then the whole weekend just kind of went from there. So, I mean, Ashton, tell me, what was your experience over the weekend?
Yeah, I mean that's another future conversation for us to have about marketing and promoting, because that Thursday night concert that was like these are superstars. Dietrich Haddon. I always get them mixed up. Was it J.J. Harrison or James Fortune? I think it was J.J.
James Fortune.
Oh, James Fortune. I always get those two mixed up. I'm not sure why. I think I'm not the only one. Anyway, it was a stellar concert. And I'm talking about heightened worship, but we only probably had 200 people, and it's 1,000-seater. So not sure what happened there, but Freedom Radio would love to, Shop Talk, we would love to promote your up and coming events. So let us know in advance so that we can help promote the local events. But that was amazing Thursday, and then Friday we went to the NBA gospel all-star concert. Lena Bird Miles, Major was there, a bunch of different people, and then the chaplains, they were honoring the chaplains. And then Saturday, I just was blessed beyond measure to Jacory and I went to bless the chaplains luncheon on Saturday. And so it was just amazing. It was just amazing. But sitting outside the hotel, you see all the can I say this word? Can I say bunnies? Can I say bunnies? Okay, all the little bunnies that come around when the NBA is in town. Can I say that? Is that
Oh, the groupie chicks. The
can
groupie
I say
chicks. That
that?
what you
I
saying?
call them, but I call them the little bunnies because they just be hop, 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 hop behind the NBA players, trying to be
buddy.
trying to be an NBA wife. Woo! Okay, so that was really funny, and I mean, you know, you see all the BBLs and all the plastic surgery and all that stuff, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like,
Swollen
wow,
lips and all.
my God. So
Very
you know, one of the things that was brought up in the chaplain's luncheon is that the players are under attack constantly. They're under attack constantly, and we idolize. They are idolized. They are put on high pedestals. Some are given, you know, upwards of $1 to $5 to $10 million. They've never had money before, or not to that level. I know I certainly haven't had at that level. They need our prayers. They need our support. Like, I think that the church gathering around them, each team has a chaplain. I think it's wonderful. And so it was just great to sing for them, to pray over them, to encourage them, because they are constantly encouraging the players who are really, really under attack. And shout out to Pastor David Jackson, who invited me, who is a chaplain for the Warriors. And so it was just a wonderful weekend. I didn't get to go to the game, but it's okay because I didn't want to be up in the, you know, up in the bleachers all the way, you know, up there, and you get dizzy when you look down. But it was amazing. I'm so grateful. Now, Dito, I do have a question for you. Was the last All-Star weekend in the Bay Area when Vince Carter won the dunk competition?
Year
Wow.
2000. Yes.
So it's been 25 years since we've had it here
Yes.
in the Bay Area. Wow, amazing. And it
Yeah.
was at the Oakland Coliseum, I believe. Yes.
It was. That
Yeah.
that in 2020 in year 2000. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
looked like it was an incredible weekend. They did have an event there on Saturday at the Oakland Oracle. They have events going on simultaneously, one in Oakland, one in San Francisco at the same time. Incredible weekend. You mentioned the concert on Friday. Oddly enough, I got an invite to come do media at the event. I think the event was what, 6 or 7 o'clock. I got the invite at 5:15, 5:20, somewhere around there. Anyway, I didn't get the invite in enough time to be able to make things happen. So anyway, shout out
Wow.
to all the people who had a great time over the weekend. Well, hopefully it doesn't take another 25 years for it to come back to the Bay, but incredible event nonetheless. All-Star game did happen Sunday. Steph Curry was the MVP in case you didn't know. So Steph Curry, shout out to David Jackson too. That's my bro. We used to work together and we used to shoot hoop together. He was an amazing basketball player in his time too. He could have went NBA. He's short, you know, for the NBA, but the boy can play. He can definitely play.
Yes.
So anyway,
Absolutely.
listen, we're going to keep things going. And in doing so, there are a couple of things I want to mention. I just want to mention one thing in brevity. We've talked about credit several times. I just want to mention this in passing. I want all of those of you who are trying to fix your credit, there's never a time that's too late to do so. I've mentioned, and Demetrius had took me up on this a few years ago. I started rebuilding my credit a few years ago with a what is them cards called? It's not a prepaid card, but a
Secured.
What's the card called?
Secured
credit card.
I rebuilt my credit. I started with a secured credit card. The balance was only $500 because that's what I gave them to make my balance be. And so after that year, I got my $500 back, and that credit card is going on. I still have that credit card. It's now worth $36,000. That credit card is now a $36,000 limit credit card. plus others. So I mentioned all this because I'm getting ready to take a trip tonight, and I'm going out of the country, taking my wife on a much needed vacation. I want us to be intentional as we are building our credit to where we get the right types of credit cards. A few months ago, Ashlyn had her financial advisor on with us, and she, aside from information I shared, she shared some incredible information as well. Hopefully we'll get her back one day, but she was amazing. And she shared some things that we need to be intentional about the type of cards we get. We definitely need to have cards that have some kind of rewards. And oddly enough, here is Gay Harris. Gay Harris is on. She's actually going on this trip with us tonight. But Gay is another one who is rebuilding her credit. She took my advice and got a secured card. And now she has credit cards beyond what she's ever had in her life. Listen, thank you, Gay. She said I gave her some great advice. Thank you, Gay. I appreciate that. But I mentioned this to say, I got a card that had some benefits to it. In particular, I got a Platinum American Express. And I started using that card exclusively. And it built up points. Every time I swiped, depending on where I went, I got either 1 time point, 2 times, 3 times, sometimes 5 time points of whatever I was purchasing. So if I bought something for $1, I could get potentially 5 points for every $1 I spent. Anyway, long story short, tonight's trip that I'm taking is all on points. I only came out of pocket on taxes on the trip, and we're going first class all the way from here to our destination and back, only on points from me using from a specific credit card. So I want to bring this up to those of you who are building your credit or you're trying to figure out what's the next move. You need to get a card that will give you points for every $1 you spend so that you can use those benefits down the road that'll be beneficial to you. So that is my just quick credit tip of the day. I am so excited for Allegra. I'm going on a trip too, but I'm so excited to be able to take her on a much needed vacation so she can put her feet in some sand in the month of February. It's cold over here in California, but where we're going is nice, sunny, and warm. And she'll be able to put, I need to ask her, I hope she ain't taking just a swimsuit, Allegra, not a bikini, just a swimsuit with a cover up.
Why can't she wear a bikini? Hold on, wait a minute. Why can't she wear a bikini? What?
No.
Why?
No, because that's for single folks. We too far in. So anyway, I ain't trying to open up that can of worms. No.
Wow, that's a conversation. That's a
conversation for another day.
Wow.
That's a conversation for another day. Listen, we're going to keep things going because y'all trying to get me stuck. Ja'Cory, help me out, man. Y'all trying to get me stuck, but we getting up out of here. Wow. It's going to be just a swimsuit, not a bikini. Anyway, tech talk real quick. Just in brevity, tech talk real quick. Those of you who keep up with Apple, I mentioned earlier, they are a $4 trillion company. And today, as of today, they released another version of iPhone. Normally it would be called the SE, but they have gotten rid of that. And today they released the 16E. It is a more economic version of the 16. And it only has 1 camera, not 3 or 2. But it is available for pre-order this coming Friday. It does have Apple Intelligence available. And yes, it switched to the USB-C charging cable as well. And so it is another phone that is going to be in that 16 lineup. So those of you looking for a new phone and don't want to buy a 16 or 16 Plus or Pro or Pro Max, go ahead and get the 16E. Has some of many of the same features, and it will be all good. Why are you shaking your head, Ashlyn?
I'm shaking up my head at my $300 a month bill that I get from AT&T. And I'm sick. I'm so sick of $300 a month coming out. I'm just so sick of it. Now, I have lots of devices. Now, it's not just a phone bill. I have 3 phones. Yes, both of my children are on my account. So I have 3 new phones. That none are paid off. One is getting ready to be paid off, but there's a price to get a new phone every month. You can pay it in installments. Even if you trade something in, there's still a monthly, you can get a discount, but that's 3 phones.
It's minimal. That is so minimal.
That's $100 each.
They make it seem like you get 1,000. One for
so you got 3
me,
phones.
one for my son, one for my daughter.
What else?
Then I have 2 Apple Watches. Okay.
Okay. 5
And
devices. Keep going.
yes, and I also pay for their internet. So I have a booster because we don't have internet in this. This is like an unincorporated area in Hercules. There's no internet. You can't just not have service. There's no cell service. It's horrible. And so I had to
Can
not
I be
only
your child? Can I
pay
get
for
on your plan?
Wi-Fi. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because Linda, once you got grown, you got your own phone. Okay, Linda
No,
went
I
out.
mean, and this is the thing. This is the parenting thing, right? Because I want them to have their own phone, but it's more expensive if they have their own account than if they're on my account. And so I just thank you, David Jones. Okay, $300 a month with T-Mobile. So Mint Mobile is a new one that I'm like, that's kind of cheap. Cricket, I'm not even going.
Xfinity Mobile.
Xfinity, I heard Xfinity is also doing mobile. So, but you have to have your phones paid off, and so that's that's our issue right now, is that we're still making installments on our phones.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I love my service. I do. I'm very happy with my service, and let me make that real clear. I love AT&T. I love my Apple products. I am a Apple for life. Okay.
Yeah.
Apostolic, as we call it. But I don't like a $300 bill every month. And I wish that they would have a loyalty program where they would have discounts if you've been with them for over 10 years. Because I've been with them for many, many years, and there are no loyalty
I like
discounts.
that. I like that thought. Yeah. I can tell you that I have probably twice as many products as you just mentioned. You don't want to know what I pay AT&T a month. I don't even have my internet with them. My internet is with Xfinity, and my cable's with Xfinity, but you don't want to know how many devices we all have. We all have phones. We all have iPads. Myself and one of my daughters have 2 iPads. We all have. I don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, we all got watches. Everyone has a watch with cellular. So you don't want to know what I pay. It's you probably start crying and probably cussing if I told you how much I pay AT&T a month. But listen. Hopefully I like the way you're thinking that they should give us a loyalty plan or a loyalty discount. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna holler at them because I talk to them on the regular. But before we go,
that would keep me from looking elsewhere. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I love it. Before we go,
y'all been with AT&T?
Yeah, absolutely.
I only pay $170 a month because I've been with them for so long. My 323 number I've had for like almost over 20 years. So I'm like grandfathered in. So I have like 4 devices and $170 a month.
Wow, that's not bad. Their service isn't as good for me where I am, but they are definitely a great company though. Yeah. So anyway, as we get ready to go, Jacory, any events that you're going to this weekend?
Sunday morning fellowship, just regular week for me.
Okay, all good. Ashlyn, any upcoming events for you this week?
Well, yes, I was going to ask you if you had the flyer, but Stephen Parker is hosting a First Ladies of the Bay Area on Saturday at noon. But I don't have the details. I would venture to say, check your local listings. It's called First Ladies of the Bay Area. My first lady, she hates to be called First Lady, Dion Coleman, will be there, and 4 total First Ladies. And so we're definitely going to be there at noon on Saturday to support. But follow Stephen Parker and look on my page, and you'll find the details for that.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Yolanda.
Wait a minute. I'm tripping. My birthday is Friday. I'm tripping. That's what's going on for me. So Saturday night. It's already my birthday. I can't believe it. So Friday night we'll be bowling. Saturday night we'll be bowling at Pinole Valley Lanes. Yes.
All good. It's all good.
Saturday
Yolanda,
night.
any upcoming events for you this weekend?
No.
Okay. It's all good. Last
Nope.
but not least, Demetrius, man, any upcoming events that you'll be at this weekend? Anything that you need to share before we go?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be they coming to rearrange my room. I got my dog. She's about to deliver again. So they come to deliver. They stand up the little whelping box, you know, where they go in. She has the puppies. They got to be in there because I actually have another dog now. Before it was just her. So because I have another little one, I have to make different preparations. So, and I got to make sure, you know, they healthy.
We're only out of time. Listen, on behalf of Yolanda, Demetrius, Jacory, Ashlyn, my name is Demetrius. Till the next time on the same Shop Talk Network at this same Shop Talk time, you know how we do it.
What almighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God. Yeah, yeah, yeah.